Hey, look at us. We're here.
Oh, that looks cool.
Yes.
That looks cool.
I like it. Good background.
Oh, you should move that light closer. Happy Monday, everybody. I hope your Monday is going as good as ours because my fucking God, could it not get better than it is today? And I can't wait to tell you all about it. It's so exciting.
Matt's having a rough Monday. Somebody's got a case of the Mondays.
Manic Monday. Fixing this.
Okay.
Just another manic Monday. Fixing sound issues.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
Well, look at the viewers pouring in here. It's great to see you guys.
Fuck
All right.
me, I forgot to fix the title card. If Mark. Back to the live scene.
All right, we're back here and we are ready to go. Matt, why don't we just jump right in it here? We got a lot of viewers tuning in to
Fucking do it.
watch us eat some worms tonight.
Let's fucking do it.
I know you're hey,
so excited.
I know you're fired up, having a rough Monday, but at least you get to eat worms.
Oh my God, perfect. All right.
And the viewers are dropping. Don't mention worms.
It is your week, isn't it?
All right, I'm
Your
here.
intro week.
Yes.
23.
All right.
23. We're like 17 or 18 episodes away from episode 150.
Yeah, dog.
Isn't that
for
exciting?
Sure. How many away?
16 or 17.
150. Yeah. All right.
All right.
That's when we'll just switch. No more seasons.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Shit.
We're just going by. This show's gonna be a standard. Go through the segments, right?
Yeah. No random bullshit.
All right. Sounds good to me. Send it in. Welcome, everybody, to Season 8, Episode 23 of the Matty Ice and Marky Mark podcast. We are live in the Arsenal studio. Once again, I'm joined with my favorite person ever, Mr. Matty Ice, sitting next to me. Man, Matt, how are you doing today on this great Monday?
I'm so glad you asked because today has just been so lovely in every form possible, really. And the way to top that off is doing my favorite podcast on the planet Earth alongside you with the millions of viewers that we have listening, watching live, watching the recorded episodes on YouTube or Facebook. It's a great day to be a podcaster.
Listening on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all different listening platforms. We are here. Matt, no sarcasm whatsoever.
Not at all. And yeah, we bring the hype on the intro so we don't put you to sleep with it. So, as some people in our comments might say,
yeah, Matt's on edge today. So let's do this show, and we are ready to roll.
I'm fine.
So, Mr. Matty Ice, once again, it's great to have you here. What have you been up to, man? What have you been up to? What have you been playing or doing today, Monday? Anything specific?
You know, I've been playing some games like some Diablo in there. I won't talk about that. Played a little Counter-Strike. I've been playing a lot of Rock Band on PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360, just kind of bouncing between the platforms, whether it's at my house or my brother's, because he's got my old setup for my nephew. So we went over and played that for a bit. But yeah, just been kind of doing my thing. I went to a Comic-Con this weekend for a little bit with Ricky from Wider Range of Conversation. So we met up there, kind of shopped around a little bit. He met Ethan Page and got a video and a picture and all that cool stuff. Went out to lunch, which I'll talk about later. But the real like meat of what I've been doing.
Yeah, what's up? Like, hit me with that meat.
Like the really like topical stuff. I gotta stop doing that because it really fucks with the mic. I played the new Mario Kart 8 DLC tracks that dropped a little while ago. And so each wave, they drop 2 Grand Prix. I don't remember what these 2 were. They're the little icons. I think one of them may have been like a cherry. But the first one, which is the first one, was pretty good. It had some pretty good levels with it. I can't think of them, and I really should have prepared for this segment.
It's all right. Don't worry about it. It's the first one cup.
But the second cup, this is the second to last DLC drop that they're doing. So this is the third to final cup that they're doing.
Okay.
And it is phenomenal, front to back.
Nice.
It is just banger after banger after banger after banger. They're four absolutely
play those.
Incredible tracks.
Don't you get it for free if I have the $20 or the super expensive?
If you have the super expensive one, you get the Mario Kart Pass for free. Otherwise, I think it's like $25 for like, I don't know, I think it's like 12 or 16 DLC tracks. It's so many.
We have Jeff here who asked, when eating worms, is it better to start with the head, butt, or eat from the middle? Jeff, it's a crazy thing you brought that up because our taste test tonight is actually us eating worms. That's right, Matt. I know you're having a great day, and we're about to make it even better when we have our worms later on in the show. We have barbecue-flavored worms and cheddar cheese. And guess where we got those from? Rocket Fizz.
Rocket Pop. Fizz
Rocket
Pop.
Fizz Pop.
Fizz Bang.
Fizz Bang.
I think the worst way to eat the worms because if you split them in half, if you split one worm in half, it just becomes two separate worms.
That's right.
So if you eat it from the middle, that's the worst way because then you're going to eat two asses. So I think you just eat the whole thing because then you only get one mouth, one middle, and one ass. You don't get multiple asses if you do it that way.
Yeah, I think you just go in whole.
Because if you eat it,
the whole worm.
If you eat it from the ass, every bite you take is just going to generate a new ass.
That's true.
So you don't want to generate new asses. You just want one ass.
Hello, I was wondering about those worms. I was wondering on the tarantula ones also. Oh, we never had tarantulas. We did have scorpions.
I don't want to eat a tarantula, and I don't know if I would.
But now that you brought it up, maybe we can have someone donate some tarantulas to the show.
We haven't done any spiders. We've done crickets, we've done squid, we've done scorpions, and now worms today.
Yeah,
and that's like the breadth of the insects that we've done.
Yeah. So if you want to donate some arachnids and bring them into the table, let's go.
That would really top it all off. I would really appreciate that.
So that's cool about Mario Kart, man. You got all those new tracks, checking it out. It's definitely worth it. I've been playing a weird, just randomly, I was in the mood for Castlevania, and I decided to play one that I never beat, and it's Castlevania Lords of Shadow.
The first one or the second one?
The first one on 360.
Wow, that one's backwards compatible.
Yeah, I just downloaded it right there on that sexy Xbox Series X. It actually looks freaking nice too. And yeah, man, just been playing that again. It's still fun, but hopefully I can beat it this time. So yeah, that's really what I've been playing. Some Los. That's what I call it, Los, and that's also a sweet Rammstein song. Los, dun 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 dun. Los, dun 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 dun. Los.
Did Rammstein do like Das Mich or something like that? Something like
Du hast.
Du hast.
Yeah, that's
Du
wrong.
hast. Du hast mich.
Yeah,
that's the lyrics I know.
Yeah,
that was big when I was in middle school.
Los is Los. Yeah,
really skilled band.
dude, they're fucking rock. Don't be ripping on them.
They
dude.
are there.
Yeah, I love them. But yeah, dude, Castlevania Lord of Shadow, still sweet. I'm gonna hopefully beat it. That game is long though. That was like a 2-discer Xbox 360. It's a 2-disc game, and like you see, it's like I'm playing a lot on this first chapter. I'm like, okay, I'm on this level, and then I go back and I'm like, oh my god, the map is just even bigger, and there's like more chunks to. So yeah, it's gonna be a long game. I don't know if I'll ever be able to beat it because I can't. I don't have the attention span.
No, you can do it. I believe in you. I really do.
So yeah, that's really what I've been playing. I did play another game, and I guess that's gonna bring us into this new segment that we do have.
Well, give me one sec.
Which
I gotta talk to you about the really cool Comic-Con.
Oh shit, yeah.
Just that we didn't spend a ton of time there, but there were some highlights from it. So back a couple years ago, when I was still at Media Reload, really cool Comic-Con was like a Detroit thing that they would do every other winter or something like that. So we sponsored one as Media Reload. It was like really cool Comic-Con sponsored by Media Reload at the Dordt Federal Center down in Flint.
Yeah, I thought that was your guys' thing.
It was our thing. It was their thing last year as well. And then I can't say much, but it didn't work out this year. So really cool Comic-Con was on their own. And we went there. I'm no longer affiliated with Media Reload, so I went there because I have, anyway, whatever. We went there because Ricky wanted to meet Ethan Page, and I was like, yeah, it's like $15 to get in. Whatever. We'll go check it out, see the cosplayers and all artists and all that stuff.
You guys should have invited me, man. I would have been there for sure, Rick.
He would,
No one hit me up.
Nobody did
Could have
hit
said
you up.
seen Mike Pitts.
It was on a Saturday, so you would have been working anyway.
It was Sunday.
Oh, it was on Sunday.
Yeah,
we were thinking about going on a
That's
Saturday.
cool.
And then
No,
we
don't
went on a
worry. No,
Sunday.
don't worry about it, man. It's
But
cool.
anyway, so we made it to the event and, standard stuff. We were walking around, lots of artists there. They opened up, it was a little bit bigger than the event I attended. They had both arenas, the hockey rink and then the basketball, whatever the other arena is. So we were looking around. We found Ethan Page and got his, Rick got his signature and autograph and all that stuff. We saw Kyle and Mike. So Kyle from Retro Replay, Mike from Lost Joystick. They were there kind of hanging out, working a table.
Man, I could have got my freaking top loader.
Absolutely could have. He actually had it there for you.
Ah! Don't tell me that. I'm so sad.
No, he had it there. And he's like, you want to take this up to Mark? I'm like, no, Mark can fucking come down here and get it.
You dick.
Yeah,
I could have had that top loader.
Nope. You got to come down and get that stuff.
I'll be there, Mike. Don't worry.
So after we got Ricky's stuff taken care of, half of the lights went out in the Comic-Con. Like all of the, not the I don't know what you call that. The area, the corridor lights where you can like walk around.
Sounds good.
Yeah, those lights didn't shut off, but all the lights above the arenas shut off. So this whole all the area where the artists and vendors are is dark. It's not pitch black, but it's dark. You can't see stuff. So people are using their flashlights and stuff.
That's so.
Do you know what they did? I'm not even kidding you. They started selling flashlights to people for $1, like these little blue LED.
Oh my God.
They literally had flashlights to sell to people.
It was a work.
Yeah, and it's like, why are you selling these for $1? You can't just give them out. Like people are dropping money here. You can't give out this $1 flashlight.
Nope. It's flashlight time.
Yeah, so they must have been running low on sales, and we're like, cut the power. We gotta. Which it worked out well for some vendors because they were like, look at all this UV paint stuff we got. There was this dude with some
nice.
D&D dice, and he's like, look at this stuff. It's all glow in the dark paint.
Hell
I'm like,
yeah.
Man, this guy cut the power himself.
He's making bank.
So there was that. Yeah. So that happened. Rick says there was a con bat, which you would have freaked out. There's a bat that was just flying around.
Yep, that would have been it for me.
And other than that, it was a pretty standard Comic-Con. Some smelly people, some really cool cosplayers, really awesome artists, and, vendors kind of everywhere.
And Mike Pitts with the top loader waiting to give it to you to bring to me. And
yeah, and I did not do that. But we had fun, and it was a cool little, it was the fastest, event I'd ever went to. It was, in and out within, 2 hours.
That's cool, though.
Good times with Rick from Wide a Range of Conversations.
Yeah, dog.
But what's the new...
Okay. I've been playing a game. And, this happens a lot. There's a lot of moments in our life where we're playing video games and we get very frustrated. So this is a new segment, Frustrated Gamer is what I'm going to call it. And things that annoy you while gaming. And the one I'm going to bring up this week for prime example is when you're playing old games and then there's too much shit on the screen and then everything lags out from just too much shit on the screen. I was playing Ninja Turtles 3, the Manhattan Project.
Oh.
On the Cowabunga collection. I'm continuing going on that. And there's one part when there's these, it's I want to say the second level actually. And they have these things pop up off the ground, and then they're shooting missiles in 3 different directions. And then there's a gun turret that pops up off. You're on a battleship, and then it's shooting missiles that like in one direction, and then you have 3 other foot soldiers fighting you. And while all this is going on, and you have to avoid all these projectiles getting shot at you and fight these 3 foot soldiers, the game is just bogging down so hard, and there's so many things around you that can hit you. That was very, very frustrating. I don't know. Do you have any other moments?
Yeah, I don't remember a lot of NES games doing that, honestly.
Yeah, that one for sure.
I can't think of many. I can think of some Super Nintendo games with Super in the title that had this issue a lot. Super Ghouls and Ghosts. I thought my copy was absolutely fucked when I played that the first time, because that happens on the first level of that game. It goes from like, oh, this is nice, this is fun, yeah. And then like 30 seconds in, it's like down to a snail's pace at times. It's like, ooh, you're like jumping off from a platform. You're like, ooh. It's so weird.
I think the second level's like 8 times worse too.
Yep. Oh, is that the one where it like rotates? I know what you're talking about too.
Yeah.
Super Castlevania has this issue sometimes too, where it like it's definitely not as bad as Ghouls and Ghosts or Ghosts and Goblins.
I don't really recall.
But that game slows down for sure.
Okay, yeah, I guess I have to see
where it's basic. It's usually when you're like jumping and trying to whip in directions, and then it's like it just slows down, like,
which is a bad, because that one's like really crucial with your jumps.
You're gonna want that game. It definitely throws you off when the bad timing hits. But there's one system I don't remember ever seeing that on, and it's the Genesis, and it must be that blast processing, because I don't remember ever seeing a slowdown like that on that system.
Yeah, I would have to. If anyone knows one, anyone has any games that they've had issues with that, let us know here in the chat, or just send us a message, comment. And yeah, man, because I don't know if any Genesis ones, those blast processing. Sonic, he never slowed down. He just kept going, baby.
Star Fox had some chugs in it. So a lot of their like flagship titles on the Super Nintendo, they didn't have a great time with, which I wonder if it's a game thing or if it's a hardware thing, because for Manhattan Project, that has to be just an issue with that game itself, because if it's on the Cowabunga collection,
oh yeah,
it's not the hardware really limiting that.
Yeah. I think they just packed too much shit into it.
Which, yeah, it makes sense.
I mean, you see the sprites, they start flickering and shit, and like they can't even hold up on it and everything. So.
Did that game come out after Turtles in Time or before?
Well, it's 3.
So because I forget Turtles in Time is Turtles 4.
Yeah, the one for Super Nintendo is, yep.
I didn't know if it was like, because that's such a late NES release, I feel like.
Right, so
I wasn't sure if it was the NES's like budget version of.
I want to say Bayou Billy also had some weird shit when you get too many enemies on the screen. I remember doing the pressing both the buttons to do the jump kick thing, and sometimes he would just be like, whoosh. Or the alligators, the crocodiles, when those things would like come up in that game and like start like doing the thing when there'd be too many of those on the screen, they'd just be like, you'd be walking in the water, Bayou Billy all slow already as it is. I
lost that soundtrack.
Oh,
I have no idea. I'm sure I have it, but it's like gone.
Well, if you find it, you should give it to me so you don't lose it again.
Yeah, that was a very drunk, very fun purchase. One night when you were at my house.
Yes.
It's like, oh my God, there's a vinyl of this? All right. Sounds good.
All right. So that is that. That's Frustrated Gamer. There's going to be a lot more probably whenever anybody has any issues. Just bring one up. Probably throw it on the show. But yes, it's very annoying, that level in Turtles. Holy shit, that was tough. So where are we heading next?
Do you want to go to Dear Matty Ice and Marky Mark?
Yeah, dude. Let's go ahead. Let's give some great dating advice. We had somebody send us in an email, didn't we?
Oh, yeah, we did. And
do we have the model?
Do we have the? Oh, the yeah.
So this segment, if anyone's new, like recently listened to the show and hasn't seen it, this show is our take on getting dating advice to people. A lot of people been having issues with it, and we've gone through quite a few with ours. So yeah, here it is.
Look, they tried, okay?
No, this is good.
It's not bad. All right.
It's the model Rick Martel's theme, courtesy of Mario Paint.
Yeah, God. I love that somebody created like a web version so you could just create your own music with
That's
that.
so good.
So, dear Matty Ice and Marky Mark, my wife and I have been, we're nervous about telling our kids this family secret.
Whoa, we got family secrets this week.
My wife and I have been married for 38 years. We were both divorced prior to our marriage. Our marriage is great, and we have demonstrated this to everyone, especially to our boys. We decided early on to not say anything to our children about our prior marriages. The boys are now in their 30s. We raised them with solid values, one school district, long-term home, etc. We have no regrets. We have been updating our living trust and other legal documents and have come across places that name the prior spouses. We are exploring our options in either removing these mentions, having a family meeting to reveal the information, or writing letters for them to be read upon our passing. I think our boys can handle whatever we decide, but we are nervous. What are your thoughts and advice?
I think that's incredibly fucked up. This is a weird thing too. This isn't really dating advice.
It's not.
This is not
like
dating.
family advice.
Yeah, I think that's incredibly fucked up that you hide secrets from your kids like that.
Especially secrets like that. Like, who gives a shit?
Yeah.
I mean, like, I guess when they're young, kids may not understand to a degree, but when those kids are like in their 20s, like these kids are in their 30s now. They're just at this point, they're like, why have you not told me?
I mean,
if you
I guess,
wait till they're like 20s, they're like, I guess, but
I don't. Yeah, I mean, the fact that I feel like you tell them this like when they're 10 or 12 or 13, like in their teens, maybe. I don't know. You don't really have to tell them when they're a kid because it doesn't really nothing.
I mean, is it really that big of a deal, like, to tell your kids that you had a relationship with someone prior to them?
This is just so odd to me because I just, why do you have to hide that stuff from your kid? I don't know. Me and my dad, we would have so many like sit down heart to hearts and stuff about our histories and stuff, and don't learn from my mistakes, son, type moments that
Stepmom 74.
Yeah, like all that. Yeah. So I mean, this is weird to see, like, families like that scare me. Like when they're so like perfect hoity-toity that much, like their image matters so much
that they, after they die, they still want to hide it. It's like, we should remove these people from our legal documents.
Like, we can't let the neighbors know that we were once married before, so we have to hide this. Otherwise, it might hurt our image as the perfect family. And
then what happened, like, when your dad passes away, and like his best friend, for some reason you meet up with him, he's like, yeah, I just saw your dad's ex-wife, Beatrice. I don't know. And
how you doing, girl?
Yeah. Have you guys ever met? And they're like, who? Ex-wife? What are you talking? And then they go down the rabbit hole of, oh man, they like covered this stuff up. Oh, there's legal documents, like, blacking out these names.
Yeah, what the fuck else was he hiding from us?
Were our parents CIA operatives, and this was just a deep cover operation?
Yeah, that's weird.
So what you're saying, Mark, is you would not hide past relationships from your kid?
No. I mean, if he was interested and wanted to hear about it, sure, I guess. But it's something like that, I mean, it would be like later on, like when he's in like his teens or something. If it was something that related and he asked me point blank or anything like that, I would tell him if it's important. If it's really not that big of a deal. I mean, it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
People break up, they get divorced, this shit happens.
Well, I think there's information that your kids are like, that's on a need to know basis. Like, you don't need to know necessarily why this relationship didn't work out, but you can know that the relationship existed or something like that. I don't know.
See,
that was one that got sent in. If you do some fucking crazy one this week,
So no,
See, I vetted the one that was sent to us to make sure it wasn't like, yeah, I don't know. I want to have sex with 6 other people, and my partner's not okay with it. What the fuck? Like, did we get another good one, Mark?
that was all we had, but no, my main thing is these people, this family just looks at divorce like it's the ultimate sin, straight to hell type people, and that's not the case.
Well, that's what the good book says, supposedly.
Whatever.
You fucking die through that.
I don't know. I haven't read through this one yet, but because we have so many of these emails sent to us. Dear Maddie Ice and Marky Mark.
Oh my God.
My daughter Maddie, 34, just left what I thought was a great marriage. After only 5 years, she cheated on her husband, Glenn. Their 6-year-old son is crushed. I know there are 2 sides to every story, but our entire family loves Glenn. He's a hard worker, but quiet and kind of a homebody. I think poor communication and lack of excitement were her issues with him. She refuses to talk with me about the situation, so I'm skirmishing based on what I know of them both. This was their first marriage, but ever since high school, Maddie had a long string of boyfriends. Most of them seemed to be nice guys. She's had a few duds. But when Maddie's dad and I got to know them and became fond of them, she dumped them. I think Maddie is upset with me because I can't warm up to her newest guy. When she started cheating with him, he was also married. He's now divorced. He's a good bit older than she is, and I don't picture this relationship lasting. I have met him a couple of times and been friendly enough, but I haven't friended him on social media. She posts photos of them together, and I rarely like the photos because I don't like them. I hate what she's done. It really hurts me. How can I get past this? And how should I handle what I feel is pressure from her to accept this new guy?
Oh, man. So let's get in. Okay, this is a fun one, actually. So let's take the other relationship off the table. Because at this point, that doesn't matter right now. This is
with Glenn you're talking about?
Yeah, with Glenn, with anybody. This is a problem with whoever sent this email and this letter. Like, why do you fucking care? Like, I guess I get it because there's a grandchild involved, but you're supposed to, like, whether you like it or not, I don't know. Like,
it's not your
fucking business.
I mean, it is to an extent, but you're supposed to just be there for them.
Yeah, you're there for
you can give them your best advice and how you feel on it, but you can't. They're gonna do whatever they're gonna do. They're their own person. Your daughter's their own person. Like, everybody's gonna have things. They're all gonna have temptations in life. You can't control their temptations. These things are gonna happen, and you still have to accept them for who they are, the mistakes they make, and what. But you can't. You don't have to be hanging out and buy the guy like a bunch of birthday presents on his birthday and be ultra fake and phony like that. You're like, you don't have to go golfing with the guy or something like that. But if he comes over for a cookout and shit, you can at least be cordial.
Yeah, I mean, if the biggest problem is that you're not liking their Facebook pictures, I think you're doing okay. But at the end of the day, yeah, it's your kid. You support your kid. You are there for your kid. Whether they make bad decisions or not is not really up to you. You're there to, like you said, guide them and be their support. If you have a relationship with Glenn because he's the father of your grandchild, that seems perfectly reasonable to me.
Yeah, you can still be cool with Glenn, just don't make it like awkward as fuck for your daughter.
Don't go to Henry and be like, I fucking hate you and I wish you were Glenn. Like,
and yeah, your daughter is a whore. I mean, she cheated on her husband.
Stop.
So, that does suck, but you just got to roll with it.
You never know. Maybe Glenn fucked around too.
I don't think so. Glenn sounded like a fucking stand-up guy.
Because Martha over here is writing the email,
Martha, yeah, maybe Martha and Glenn had something going on.
Martha doesn't know shit about what's happening with her kid because she's too worried about
Glenn.
Well, I think this guy is nice and he seems good.
Maddie's fucking out there.
Yeah.
Maddie, don't worry about what Maddie's doing. Just, try and be a good grandparent for
Martha,
your
Martha.
6-year-old grandson.
Be there for Luke, your grandson or granddaughter, and be there for Maddie, your daughter, and who she's dating doesn't really...
Whoever she's cheating on with or whatever. Fucking, I don't know.
Also, Maddie, don't fucking cheat on a guy you're married to. Just don't cheat. That's good advice.
Sorry, I shouldn't have called her a whore. That was bad.
Mark,
that's bad. Yeah.
It's not very nice to call people whores.
Okay. I found that out last week.
You're we got to work on your Dear Abby, your Dear Matty Ice and Marky Mark etiquette.
Dear Abby, who's Abby?
Who is Abby? This is a new topic, and we're just out here trying to give terrible life advice.
No, we're great. Yeah,
I think that was good.
Yeah.
I think
sorry for the W bomb, but
it's okay. I'll bleep it out.
It's just not.
It's not.
Don't
it's
bleep
not like
it out.
it's not like you said it 4 times since then. So I
don't
have to
bleep it out. There's nothing wrong with the word.
Hey,
don't cheat on it. Yeah.
Yeah. Don't cheat on a boyfriend. Don't cheat on a husband. Don't cheat on a girlfriend. Don't cheat on a wife. Just if you're gonna cheat, get the fuck out of the relationship. If you really are at that point, then it's probably time.
Yeah. So that's our amazing advice, and everyone should follow it because it's fucking perfect.
To a T.
Who's ready to face fuck? Speaking of whores, let's face fuck some food, baby.
Great segue. Phenomenal segue.
Yeah.
If you like to munch and to crunch and like eating out a bunch for your gastroservitude, sit back for the feud with gentlemen so crude as that dude's face fucking food.
So, Mark, you gigantic whore, what have you been eating this week?
I had McDonald's, and I've been told by multiple people to check out this new item. And I know, Matt, you say, what?
Is it actually a new
item at McDonald's? That's unheard of, and it's kind of a new item. So they have the quarter pounder cheeseburger, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they have a quarter pounder cheeseburger at McDonald's. Everyone's had it before.
Yeah.
So what they do is they take the quarter pounder cheeseburger and then they put bacon on it and they put jalapenos on it. And I think they put some like liquid cheese sauce or something on there. It seems a little extra cheesier than normal. And it's the bacon jalapeno quarter pounder cheeseburger. And let me tell you what. I hadn't had McDonald's for like a month and a half since I had this.
That's not a bad thing.
And and shout out to Jason Rutt because he bought me this. He was going to McDonald's and he's like, "You want anything?" I'm like, "I do actually." And I had this. Dude, this was the best. That was the best burger I've had in so long.
Really?
I can't believe it.
Really?
And I think it's because I haven't had McDonald's in forever, and I really haven't like. But dude, it was so good.
Did it taste like their breakfast sausage?
No,
Their burger didn't?
No, but it was, dude. That bacon hit good. I couldn't believe it. It was like fast food bacon doesn't hit this good, and it hit real well. It was fucking incredible, man. I'm not kidding.
Were the jalapenos like fried, or were they just like jalapenos?
Just like jalapenos, and I feel like there really wasn't that many on there, but I don't know. It just was so good.
Yeah, I wanted to try it before I came over, and then I was not able to for reasons that were out of my control. And I thought about it too. I was like, I want to try this new burger that Mark's talking about, and then I'm like, I'm not hungry. I'm just grr.
It's so good.
I'm
gonna give it out of 10. I gotta give it a fucking 9.
Damn.
It's just crazy to say something from McDonald's getting a 9 out of 10.
I didn't even think they could get close to that mark anymore.
Yeah. So great sandwich.
So I got a couple things.
How many viewers we got?
We got fucking 387.
Okay, good. Because I'm not eating these worms if I fucking don't have enough viewers.
Yeah, I agree.
Share the show, folks.
Yeah, get the word out that we're eating worms because it's coming up. The worm time's coming up.
It's coming up real quick after this segment.
We're about to do the worm, and we need you to hear about it.
Tell your fucking parents. Wake them up. Fucking let
these guys on the internet are eating worms.
Yeah, let everyone know. Coworkers, fucking everyone.
So I went, as I was saying, I went with Rick and Sarah. After the Comic-Con, we decided we were going to grab lunch. So we went to BD's Mongolian Grill down in Flint. I don't know if you've ever been to a BD's, but
Never been to a BD's.
so BD's is like, they give you a bowl, and then there's a meat station, there's a veggie station, there's like, you can get chicken, pork, meatballs, steak, shrimp, crab with a K. You can get noodles. You can get
Crab with a
K. So it's fake.
That's okay though.
I love fake crab. I'm a big fan of fake crab.
I'm not gonna lie, it's fucking good.
Fake crab is fantastic,
Yeah.
and I will eat fake crab.
What is it actually? Is
It's-
it chicken or is it rubber tofu? What is that shit made out of?
Whatever that was. I don't know what fake crab is, and I really don't want to know. So if the comments could keep that information away
I
from
kind of
me,
want to look it up.
I would
Continue.
So yeah, they've got all that, and then they have like a veggie station where you can get, baby corns, onions, red peppers, green peppers, all that stuff. And then they have a sauce and spice station. So you get all this stuff, you pile it into a bowl as much as you can, and then they cook it up on the flat top for you. All the fixins together, the spices, the sauce. They cook it all up right in front of you. What is crab made of, Mark?
No, I'm just listening to you still.
No.
I want that. Ricky told me he had that, and he said he can only make one trip up there, one bowl.
And he only did. And
Yeah.
we all rocked one bowl. We thought about doing the second one because it's $5 for another bowl. But it's like, you're really struggling at that point. That's a lot of food.
Man,
And you can't take anything home from the second bowl.
oh,
If you have leftovers from the first, you can take those home.
so the second bowl
the
can't take home.
Second bowl is
Is what
one-
you had on your first bowl because it was from the last people. They couldn't took it home.
Right.
So they just threw that shit in your bowl.
once you get to the second bowl, you have upgraded your bowl to the unlimited bowl. So then you can just go fucking crazy. But the real trick that I've seen Sarah do in person, they have these pea pods. And you know what a pea pod looks like, right?
Pea pod.
A pea pod, yeah.
Yeah.
Like a big pea pod. So
Of
you
course.
you build your bowl up, and you can put those on the outside of it, and it like builds the bowl up higher. So then you can keep stacking more shit. So then you have like 2 bowls out of your first bowl, and then you can take that stuff home so you have dinner for later.
Dude, this is life hack right here.
Life hack, BD's Mongolian Grill life hack. What the
Oh.
fuck is crab?
Alexa says it's fish. So yeah, what is imitation crab? The key is surimi.
Yeah.
Surimi.
What is imitation crab? The key is surimi, a seafood paste made from white fish, artificial and natural flavors, starch, sugar, and sodium. And the preferred white fish is the amalgam. In this amalgam is Alaskan pollock, the same variety most commonly utilized in frozen fish sticks and fast food seafood sandwiches.
Oh, dude, no wonder I like it.
Yeah, no one tastes like a fish fillet. Shit.
I love this. I love this so much because you always say you'll never eat a fucking fast food fish sandwich. You
Doesn't
say this
count.
all the time.
Doesn't count
And
'cause
he's been
there's-
eating it the whole time with
'cause
this
there's-
imitation crab meat.
There's extra stuff
Oh.
in there, so
Okay.
it doesn't count.
Yeah.
But yeah, we had that, and that was incredible. BD's is amazing. Any Mongolian grill seems like the place to go. But they also have like, you can get like dishes, desserts, side dishes. So of course they have crab rangoons. And we did a live taste test on Rick's Instagram, and those crab rangoons got a 9.4 from me, a 9.2 from
Oh
Rick,
my God.
and a 9.5 from Sarah.
I need to hit up BD's.
So they were. I ate the set. We got like 2 each. I ate the second one, and there was so much crab rangoon filling, it just came all over my face. It was everywhere. It just exploded sideways, everywhere, and it was a glorious feeling.
Calm down, ladies.
Calm down. But yeah,
So,
so that was the BD's experience.
Did you get the BGs after BD's?
the BGs?
Yeah. Bubble guts.
I did not get the ball. No, I felt great.
Okay, good.
I didn't. It was, if I would have went back for the second bowl, I probably would have got the BGs and the DHs.
Did you listen? What's the DHs?
That's the diarrheas.
Did you listen to the BGs on your way home after BD's?
I did, yeah.
Nice. What song?
Disco Fever or Disco Nights or
Okay.
Nights at the Disco.
Okay. So dumb. All right. So now it's time for the
Whoa. I got to tell you about something.
Oh.
And then we can, where the people are trickling in for the worms.
More people. We need more.
More people. You're a fan of frozen meals, right?
Yeah. I mean, I'm a baller on a budget, so I got to do it.
I got a new one for you. Marie Callender's they've not steered me in the wrong direction on food.
What's Marie Callender's?
Is
that like a fancy
places? No. It's like the green and beige boxes in the frozen section.
Oh, Michelina's?
Marie Callender's.
You talking about the green box with the old looking chick in the corner?
Probably.
Like that makes wheels and cheese and shit?
Maybe, yeah.
And like
that sounds
poppin'
about
chicken?
right. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Poppin' chicken?
Maybe.
Reed lives for poppin' chicken.
So they have these like family things, and you can get like a lasagna and whatever, fettuccine Alfredo. They have one called cheesy chicken and rice.
Okay.
And dude,
yeah.
it's a top tier dish.
That's a good.
You like cheese.
Yeah.
You like chicken.
Ah.
You like rice.
Yeah.
Well, put all that in a affordable, lovely container that you can toss in the oven or the microwave. And you got yourself a fucking nice meal right there.
I would always have their chicken fried rice, so yeah.
Yeah, that stuff was really good.
Nice.
Solid.
Marie Callender.
7.5 out of 10.
I think we're thinking about the two different old chicks in the corner.
I don't know what old chicks on the corner you're seeing. This is one that's been a staple of the freezer section for quite some time.
I think it's Michelina.
Who are you talking about?
The old chick in the corner. Google to the rescue. Yeah.
Mine is definitely a thing.
All right, let's Michelina versus. Yeah, Michelina versus.
Look at mine, green and beige.
Yeah, there's no old chick in the corner on that one.
Well, I can't think
That's
of
some fancy ass shit.
No, that's the most basic.
I'm talking about this.
There's your old chick.
Look at that. I'm talking about this hood ass.
That looks terrible. Yeah, that looks like something you get at Dollar Tree.
Fuck yeah, dude. I told you you're fancy, bougie motherfucker.
No,
my mic alone.
That looks terrible. Those look
those look
disgusting.
They're like super cheap.
I see Kid Cuisine is still kicking it.
Yeah.
And that looks gross.
It does. The brownie. One time I had one of those in the fucking brownie. The corn busted loose somehow in the shipping process and it got into the brownie. So it was a corn-filled brownie. And I still ate it because I'm a fat fuck.
Was it gross?
It was fine. It was like a cornbread muffin.
You kind of like loaf. You like loaf stuff though. Like if you just had to pack like if you want to make
what do you mean you like loaf stuff?
You like meat. You like loaves, like food loaves. You like things in a loaf presentation to eat.
Only loaf I know is meatloaf.
Yeah.
And I used to not like it as a kid, but yeah, it's really good.
Meatloaf's disgusting.
It's good as you get older.
They have 0 out of 10 meatloaf.
I do. Are you talking about like mixing food all together type thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do like shepherd's pie.
Yeah, loaf.
Oh, loaf.
Mega loaf right there.
Fucking mega loaf.
Shepherd's pie without the shepherd.
All right. Are you ready to eat worms?
I'm ready to eat worms.
But we also have something special besides worms. We have a drink that we made.
Oh, yeah.
We made our own drink, and we have not tried it yet. This is our new drinks. The Matty Ice and Marky Mark Magenta Meltdown is what this new flavor of.
Non-alcoholic
Kool-Aid. And so pretty much what happened was we had one of the big canisters of cherry Kool-Aid, and then one of the big canisters of grape Kool-Aid. And when I make Kool-Aid, I make it by the gallon. So I'm not gonna after I made one, there was just like enough for like a half gallon each left in each canister. So instead, me and Reed decided that we were going to mix those together and make our own flavor, which we have done for the show. We have not tasted it yet.
We have not.
It has been cooling in the fridge for a couple hours here.
I think it's going to taste like Sharkleberry Fin.
You think so?
That feels like cherry and grape mixed together. That seems like, in my mind, what that is.
I don't think it's going to taste like that. I think it's going to taste.
I think it's going to taste insane because we put a lot extra
Yeah, we have.
Kool-Aid.
It's going to be sweet. I know that. So let's go ahead and grab Reed, and we'll get that. Or unless you want to eat worms first.
I think we saved the worms for last.
Okay, let's go grab some cups.
There is a bag of Sun Chips that we need to try on the counter as well.
Okay.
So we'll be right back after these messages, which I am just going to say, oh boy. I'm just going to entertain you guys while Mark is gone. Hello, happy Monday. Thank you for tuning into the show. Thank you for supporting the show, commenting. All of you that are in the chat, chatting it up with us, we appreciate you and miss you. And hope you are having a fantastic Monday. Hopefully, it's a better Monday than mine. But mine is getting better. Hanging out here with Mark. About to try some hopefully good Kool-Aid. Probably terrible worms. And a surprise chip that sounds kind of gross and has been sitting in my car for a week or so. So that could be pretty gross too. But I guess we'll find out. I don't have the entertainment energy I once did to entertain you guys on my own. I can't ever do my own podcast, apparently. What would I talk about? Would it be a gaming podcast? Would it be a news podcast? Would it be a food podcast? I can't really do food podcasts because all my content goes here. Backseat chips.
Okay. So it looks like cranberry juice.
Looks like cranberry juice. Smells like cranberry juice.
Does it really?
A little bit. Kind of just smells like Kool-Aid.
Kind of spilt some in the fridge.
Ooh, that's good.
I'm going to clean that up ASAP.
So we got the Sun Chips Black Bean Spicy Jalapeno.
Whoa, that's a mouthful.
So today on Taste Test, we have, starting off, we have cherry and grape Kool-Aid mixed together. We have Sun Chips made with black beans, and they are the spicy jalapeno flavor. And then last but not least, we have Larvette's original worm snack and barbecue worm snack. This one is cheddar cheese worm snack.
All right, so first things first, I say we raise our goblets of rock here and try out the new Matty Ice and Marky Mark Magenta Meltdown flavor. Looks like cranberry juice, blood. Cheers, boys. Let's do this.
That's lovely.
That's a flavor explosion.
It's like a meltdown in my mouth.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why Meltdown was in there.
It's actually it's really good.
It's so good.
The cherry like grape at the end to finish it off, like a nice little
Dude, this rocks.
you get a nice blah 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 thing at the end aftertaste.
Yeah.
That's the word I'm looking for. Yeah, this is a very good mix. Absolutely.
I'm shocked at how good this tastes. Reed, let me know how you're feeling about this. You got to talk to the mic, though, because you talk like an ant. Oh, shit. Be careful, little child. Jesus. God
Yeah,
almighty.
I was watching that Kool-Aid from a mile away.
That cup. Just talk. What do you think of the Kool-Aid?
A 9.
A 9. He's giving it a 9.
A 9. A 9 out of 10. I don't know where I'm at on the Kool-Aid. I think I'm at like a 8.6.
Let me take one more sip here. I'm going to keep a little bit to wash the worms down. Reed, are you having worms with us tonight? You going to have worms? Are you going to eat the worms? Okay, you don't have to.
And the chips.
You don't want the chips either, so you're out of here.
Thank you, Reed, for being a part of this lovely taste test segment. And thank you for your input on the Magenta Meltdown. Goodbye.
I'm going to give that a 9.
9.
I'm going to give it 8.9.
8.6, 8.9 out of 9 for a total value of 26.7.
How do those sun chips smell?
They smell pretty good.
They do smell pretty
They
good.
smell. I think these are vegan ones. They
Oh,
are
yes, you can smell the vegan.
real black beans, meat, whole grain goodness. Sun chips now with real black beans and the bold, spicy flavor of jalapeno peppers. Oh yeah. I was just reading off the thing. So dig it. They are heart healthy, made with whole grains, no artificial flavors or preservatives. That's a fucking lie. 30% less fat than regular potato chips.
Oh, thank God.
Guaranteed fresh until the printed date, which would be July 2022. And a
Wait, hold
good
on.
source of fiber.
It's not July anymore.
It's also not 2022.
Oh, yeah. Far out, man.
Shit, dude. Those look fucking gross. These look like old seaweed things.
They do look like seaweed. That's how you wrap your sushi. There we go.
Call me Shishimi Z. Shishimi. Okay.
Here we go. We're going with it. Sun chip time. These have zero flavor.
I really do.
They taste like nothing.
Kind of have like a grass vibe at the end.
They just taste like sun chips.
Like just the basic like garden variety sun chips.
Yeah, like non-flavored sun chips.
Yeah. You don't get the jalapeno?
Nothing.
I get a little bit.
I got nothing.
Get a solid mouthful there.
Okay, here we go. Ah!
Oh yeah. Oh fuck yeah. Backseat chips. I've been in my car for like 2 weeks. I don't feel good.
Yeah, still nothing.
You could eat that whole bag and never feel like you're eating anything.
You got nothing. They don't taste like anything.
I mean, these literally have to be a 5 for me.
I mean, they're not bad because I like sun chips, but
No, they're just so not anything that they're a 5. They can't
Yeah.
even be bad,
yeah, I'm gonna give it a 5.1.
just to be different.
Well, we don't do basic things.
5.0 for me. 4.9.
Maybe
So
now I'm getting a little heat on the throat.
Yeah, so I'm going to go 4.9. You go 5.1 for a net average of 5.
Okay.
The-
Dad has joined the podcast
What up, Doug?
just in time for me to disappoint you as a son and eat worms.
For money on the internet.
I don't even get paid for this.
I know. Oh, boy.
If
Man.
anyone wants to donate money to the show, that'd be dope.
That would be really nice.
How do they do that again,
Matty
man?
Ice at MarkyMark.net. Subscribe today for your future.
All right. Which worms do you want first, buddy? Cheddar cheese or barbecue?
Let's save the cheese for last, I say.
Okay. Rocket Fizz.
Man, my tummy hurts.
So I
It's not
say
gonna
we
feel
just
better.
Yeah, your stomach hurts. We're about to eat worms. I'm sorry. I say we split this in half.
I hate you.
Can we get the camera? There we have it, folks. There's your barbecue worms.
I'm really excited.
Yum. Fucking shit I do for this show.
Some worm fell on you. Or is that sun chip? Maybe if we mix the worms with the
fuck.
sun chips.
What is that? This is sun chip.
It's a
All right.
mouse dropping.
So I say we have half and half. You're going to eat half of these worms, and I'm going to eat the other half.
Oh.
Are you okay with that?
Nope.
Because, oh my God, look at those fucking things.
Dude, that's an intense amount of worms.
Oh my
I'm going
God.
to throw up.
Well, can they get the camera on my hand?
Can you talk into the microphone?
Can you fucking, whatever.
What am I doing here?
Oh, yeah. Oh, shit.
Oh,
worm.
no. Get it
Worm.
off the roadcaster.
Oh, no. Oh,
Ah,
God.
it's so slimy. It's
Are they
fucking
really? Ooh, they are
gross.
slimy. What the
Ew.
fuck? All right, we are going to take this handful of worms and eat them. God, I'm not excited for this. And he's in. Matt's already in. All right.
Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God.
It's a texture thing.
Oh. Everything.
Okay.
Oh my God.
It was literally a texture for me. Ugh.
Everything about insects. What happened? All right, there we go.
Ugh.
This is what I'm starting to notice about insects. They usually don't have much of a taste.
Mhm.
And then they explode into like millions of tiny pieces.
Yeah, I think it's.
They just go everywhere.
They're dried up.
They're so fucking gross.
This was by far the worst texture. Usually you're a texture guy.
Oh, it's terrible.
Man.
Man, now I can actually hear you. Wow. It's like my mic was unplugged. They're my headphones. Yeah, the texture is so bad. The taste on them, the taste on them is really like so null and void.
Yeah.
Because I can't get around
Yeah.
the texture.
It did taste a little bit of barbecue. Obviously, they cannot go above a 5. In general.
No, I would say
We're eating fucking worms.
I think I enjoyed the crickets more. The other thing is they always taste rotten. They taste like
Don't smell them.
they taste so. Don't smell them.
Stick some bag in
Smell
front.
them.
Don't smell them. Stick some bag in your nose.
It doesn't smell that bad actually.
It just smells like crickets.
I still would rather eat this shit than that stuff that Gage was buying us.
Oh,
Fucking
the
like
dip?
tuna salad
That
from.
was good.
No, it wasn't. It was gross. Oh yeah. They look exactly the same.
Yeah, they really do.
Oh, I got the chunkier pieces. I got the more banged up ones.
All right, so this is cheddar cheese worms.
Are you gonna eat it by the ass or the head first?
Ass first, baby.
I'm turning all my worms ass first.
He's going all ass in. All right, Matt. I'm glad we do the podcast together. I love you. Thanks. I'm sorry you're having a rough day, but at least now we can have this
At
moment.
least now
to
it's
cherish.
gotten worse somehow. Yay.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Here we go. Cheddar cheese worms. Oh God. Oh God. I can feel little feet. Worms aren't supposed to have feet. What is that?
Ugh, it's so bad. It just tastes like rotten, like rotten seeds.
This literally tasted
They tasted the exact same.
the exact same.
There's no difference.
There's no flavoring. Fucking worms.
Except my rating's going lower. It's 2.7 now.
What was the last one?
I don't know.
I don't even think we rated it. Because it doesn't matter. They're the same thing.
They're terrible.
2.7 is pretty good for a worm, I feel.
You know what? Fuck that. Yeah, you're right. At 1.8. There's nothing redeeming about
I'm going to give it a 1.5. That texture.
I mean, really, like there's nothing good about them. There's not a flavor that's enjoyable. There's not a texture that's fun. It's not even like a bad fun. It's just bad. And then they taste, that's the biggest problem with them is if you enjoy like any type of seeds, like sunflower seeds or anything like that,
Yeah.
it takes that taste and that texture, spins it on its head, and it lands straight on its ass. And then you just start eating asses from worms, and they just taste like rotten sunflower seeds.
They really do. That's the thing. Yep. When you get that bad sunflower seed in the bag and you're like, bleh, bleh, bleh.
That's just all. We just ate a handful of those. They are probably mealworms, so they were probably feeding on gross cheese or other shit, probably like Swiss cheese, like maggot cheese.
Yeah, dog.
That's where all the holes come from in the Swiss. Or from the cheddar cheese worms.
Backseat chips. Well, That was fun.
Yeah.
Thank you for everyone tuning in, but don't worry, because now we're going to talk about film freaks. We're going to talk about some movies we've been watching.
Yeah.
And I watched one that was great. Ugh. Ugh, I got fucking dry worms stuck in my throat.
Everywhere.
Got that worm stuck in my throat.
Ugh. So bad. So bad. Did that not even like... Oh, whatever. So yeah, they're, fuck those worms. And I have some opinions to bring forth.
Okay.
So Sarah and I watched John Wick 4 yesterday or 2 days ago. And I saw that movie a while back. I went to the theater and saw it. My brother was supposed to go see it with me, but plans fell through. And I really, really enjoyed it. And I watched it again. We rented it on Vudu or whatever. And it's really good. Like the story building for that whole series has been so awesome. But I found myself for the first time watching some of those action scenes. And they were just towards the back half of that movie, it's fine. Everything like it really the end of that movie is amazing. But there were times where I'm like, dude, this fight scene has gone on for like 20 fucking minutes straight or a half hour straight. And I was just like, maybe I'm losing a little bit of John Wick stuff, or maybe I just wasn't in the mood for it.
That could be it. Also, you've already seen it before.
And that could be it too. Because I've seen those fight scenes.
The same exact ones. So you don't you know how they're all gonna end.
But the end of that movie it's amazing. It's so there's some scenes that are so good that I'm not changing my rating on the movie or anything like that. I'm just saying I was starting to get like
Eric's
scenes.
mad at you.
I know he is. I've seen all of John. I'm an action movie.
You do love action movies.
I am an action movie connoisseur. So a little bit, yeah. You can't deal.
I'm very hot.
Gosh,
Those worms got me.
Weak. But yeah, I don't know. I was just getting John Wicked out. However, I did watch another action movie that I have not seen before. I watched that last night, and it was Hacksaw Ridge with Andrew Garfield.
Not Hacksaw Jim Duggan?
Not Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Hacksaw Ridge. Have you ever heard of this?
No.
So this is about
Andrew Garfield.
Andrew Garfield, Spider-Man.
Okay.
He goes back in time and is a
Already sounds awesome.
young soldier in World War II on the Pacific Front.
What? This sounds awesome.
Fighting the Japanese in Okinawa.
What's this on?
This is on... We had it on Vudu. I'm not sure if it's on anything else.
I want to watch it. Don't spoil it.
So basically, there's some lead up to the movie, like some intro to the movie where he's fighting with his brother and almost kills his brother. So then he vows to never be violent again.
And then he goes to World War II.
And then the Japanese bomb Pearl Harbor. So, of course, everybody's signing up to fight against Japan. But all he wants to do is he wants to be a medic and not carry a weapon and just save people. So it's about his whole story with that. And it's based on a true story where he saved 78 people, carried 78 people down this fucking gigantic cliff face at Okinawa. So, really cool, true story. And
Minus the time traveling.
Minus the Spider-Man time traveling that they do add.
Okay.
So it is Spider-Man canon. Spider canon, as they say. But yeah, that's what I watched.
Now I'm confused. Is he actually time travel?
No, not at all.
Oh, there's no time traveling?
There's no Spider-Man either. It's just a World War II movie.
Oh, dude, never mind then. I was all pumped. I'm like, dude, this is cool, man. This guy time travels into World War II, and he's a freaking pacifist.
He is a pacifist.
Pacifistic time traveler, Andrew Garfield.
You know what I need to do is I need to update my letterbox because I've watched a lot of movies and I've put 0 of them on there. But yeah, I thought that movie was really good. Seen a hobo with a shotgun? I sure have not. That sounds awesome.
So I went to the movie theaters. Reed and I went to the movie theater, and we saw the new Turtles movie, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem. And at first, when I started watching it, I was like starting to do the thing where I was like, oh man, they got this wrong and that wrong. And then I stopped for a second. I looked over at my kid, and he was having a blast watching it. And I was like, nah, these are his Ninja Turtles. These are his. I had mine. You had yours. You had the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Turtles. We're
Yeah.
coming at ya.
Mine were
It's a
different.
shell of a time.
Yeah, mine were a little different, but it's all good because we all have our own turtles, and these are his. So
I had the best ones. You had the best ones. Rita's had the best ones.
So then once I stopped, shut my brain off from being a gatekeeping, narcissistic, misogynistic, narcissistic gatekeeping freak. That's what the girls are calling me this week. Yeah, so once I turned that off, I enjoyed the movie. And man, let me tell you what, fucking awesome. This movie has some great animation. Just like how Spider-Verse has awesome animation, this movie has the same type, very similar animation, but just spot on. And the villain for this movie is absolutely awesome and incredible. I don't want to spoil it. I don't think this is a spoiler, but he's played by Ice Cube.
Oh, fuck yeah.
And Ice Cube's already great. And Ice Cube it's like they made a kids movie, and Ice Cube showed up at the studio, and he didn't realize it was a kids movie, and he just did his same hard NWA Ice Cube role as the villain, and it just fits so good. It's fucking sweet. They have a lot of different of the main characters from back in the day are in it, and voiced by some great people. Paul Rudd's in it too.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, Seth Rollins, the wrestler.
Seth Rogen.
Yeah, Seth Rogen. He's Bebop.
That's awesome.
And
That's such a good character for him.
yeah, he's always playing warthogs.
Yep.
Yeah, and then so yeah, dude, the movie is fucking rocking. It was super cool.
Donkey Kong a warthog?
No, I was talking about Pumbaa from Lion King.
Okay.
Plays Pumbaa.
In the live action?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, damn, Seth Rogen was doing shit way back in the day.
So yeah, no,
Ran over 4 turtles in the road. Today was a good day.
yeah, dude, the movie's awesome. Already on Rotten Tomatoes, it's like scored way higher than all the other turtle movies.
Even TMNT?
Yeah,
Man, that movie was the shit, though.
yeah. So it's done really well. I already pre-ordered the Steelbook for it, like right when I came home. You know, a movie's got to be good when you do that. Shout out to Dylan for telling me that was out.
Yeah, I'm going to have to watch that with you when you get it.
Yeah, it was cool, man.
It'll be a turtle marathon.
Yeah. So yeah, man, I was checking that out, and it was great. We had a blast with it. Made some pizza when we got home because we liked it so much.
There was so much turtle art and merch at that
I bet.
Comic-Con. It was awesome.
Now Turtles are in Street Fighter 6 now. They're coming there tomorrow.
You know what I did get? Somebody made a magnet that was TMNT, but it was Punch Out. So like, the person like Mike Tyson was like one of the turtles or something like that. I'll have to send you a picture of it because it looks fucking awesome.
That's cool.
Yeah, there's Punch Out turtles.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that'd be cool. But yeah, man, that movie rocks. I give it a 4.5 out of 5 because it's so hard to give a movie 5 out of 5.
Because people are just like,
Yeah, what you said. And the soundtrack is really good. Classic soundtrack. It's awesome. Yeah, and there's also some fun end credits, mid credit scene too. So if you watch the movie, stay for the mid credit scene. So yeah, awesome time. Bring the kids to it. Check it out. Also,
also
on Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, they have a special right now for all of you that have Game Pass Ultimate. You can get 75 days of Crunchyroll for free, which
Damn.
I have never had Crunchyroll, and I decided to screw it. Might as well do it. It's there for free. And then I was going through it, and I was like, "Oh, cool, Dragon Ball Z, I like that." And then there was like Attack on Titan, I like that. So I was just adding stuff to my watch list. And I added a bunch of things, and then I saw Tiger Mask. They have an anime for Tiger Mask, which is a famous Japanese wrestler, and yeah, it's awesome. There's a lot of New Japan Pro Wrestling stars in it and everything. Okada's in it. I think Kenny Omega's in an episode. Eric's watched it, and he said it was sweet. But yeah, it's all in Japanese. So
It's all in Japan.
it's all in Japan. So yeah, I watched it, and I fell asleep, and all my dreams were in Japanese.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Did you start speaking Japanese?
No, I was the only one that couldn't.
Sometimes
And
you
like
can
all
learn-
the people in my life that are like bothering me lately, or just like constantly all the issues I'm having, all the people that are like swirling my mind every day with all my problems in life, they were there speaking Japanese to me, and I couldn't
and
understand.
you
them.
still couldn't do
Yeah,
it.
I couldn't understand them either.
That's upsetting.
Yeah, they were like yelling at me, and I couldn't understand them because they were yelling at me in Japanese. Like, yeah, I didn't know how to make the feeling like the situation better because I couldn't understand them.
I'm sorry, Mark.
It's okay.
It sounds terrible.
But yeah, that's Film Freaks.
I have a fun new segment for you.
What?
And I'm going to make you,
Show's just full of new segments.
you are going to rate these songs and guess what game they're from. And they are all Turtles songs. Are you ready?
Okay. I have to just guess what
So you guess
game
what
they
game
come
it's from, and then you put your rating of what you, out of 5, what you think the song is.
wait,
Out
what?
of 5. Just write the rating. That
Like, give it a score, like if I like it out of 5?
yeah.
Okay.
Because I'm curious how you feel about these songs. I tried to
Wait,
hand
so am I
select
not
them for
showing you these then?
Oh, I don't care.
Oh, okay.
No,
All right.
No secrets need to be hidden.
Okay. Start the game. Let's do this. You tried tricking me on this one.
Do you think so?
Shit, why can't I remember what it's called? Oh, okay. Yep. Wait, yep, there it is. Because you tricked me there. You tried tricking me at first.
Did I?
Yeah.
What did I try tricking you with?
Am I guessing right now?
I mean, you can.
Okay, so yeah, at first I thought it was Turtles in Time, but it was too Genesis-y sounding, so it's Hyperstone Heist.
Nice.
Did I get it?
You did, yeah.
Yes. And yeah, I'm going to give it out of 5.
Yeah, out of 5.
I give
And
it-
you can go points
I'm going to give it 4.5. It's
Yeah.
fucking jamming.
I think it's a great rendition of that song, actually.
Yeah.
Everybody is calling
Yeah,
Hyperstone Heist budget Turtles
Oh,
in Time.
Fuck.
So I was like, man, that seems harsh.
Yeah, that game's actually awesome.
Yeah, I have the. Oh god, I have the case for it, but I don't have the game itself.
Okay.
Okay, I think I know what one I want.
Next one.
I think
I'm not looking at Chad either, so.
Yeah, this was the song I wanted. Are you ready?
Some of these I won't know. Maybe. Okay.
I'm not trying to trick you with any crazy games, by the way.
Alright,
I'm just not picking like the most generic songs from the game.
Okay, yeah. I have it down to 2 games that
Okay.
I think.
Okay.
I think it's an NES game.
Okay.
Did I got that right?
You are in the right direction. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it seems like this fucker slaps too hard for the second one. I'm gonna go with the third game, Manhattan Project.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah, stage 3.
Oh.
The bridge of despair.
I think that I just
Which
did
is a
that.
really fucking bullshit level where you can fall through that hole like fucking
I
crazy.
just beat that level.
Yeah, that level
Slash,
sucks.
Slash shows up in it, and he's a fucking mini boss. Slash deserves more than a mini boss, folks. Slash is the coolest Turtles character there is. So and I'm gonna go ahead and give that a 4.1.
Okay. All right, you ready for the last one, the
Yeah.
final?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Jesus. Okay, I fucking don't probably. This is gonna be a guess. I'm guessing Game Boy, in the third one where it's like something rescue with Leonardo on the cover. Oh fuck! God damn it! I suck. I don't know anything about video games. It's the fucking NES. That's
Yeah.
that thing like that sounded too gross for an NES.
I know.
game.
It didn't I don't think that was the
That was from Ninja Turtles 2 arcade game. But yeah,
I think this is the one.
I thought it was from Game Boy, the rescue one.
This is the one I actually wanted to do. I don't know why it pulled up that one. So maybe this would have been easier.
Oh yeah, I would have got that for sure.
Yeah. That was the one I was supposed to do.
What the fuck did you give me?
I got
Like stage fucking mystery stage that
It
no one's
was-
ever heard before?
So that was the one you got was scene 2 sewers. This
Yeah,
was
dude,
stage 3, 2, and 5.
yeah, I didn't have the DLC for that.
All right. Well, give a rating on the sewer stage then.
Wait, the one I just did?
The one, yeah, the fuck up one.
Oh, that's a fucking 1.2.
Yeah, it wasn't great. It was not a great one.
Yeah, that was rough.
But the other one I picked, I think you would have liked that one.
I got 2 out of 3.
Yeah, not bad. I mean, not bad for 3. You got Hyperstone Heist. At least I wasn't like, name the fucking level, bro. Like a super hardcore. But yeah, I thought that might be a
That
fun
was fun.
thing. I think it'd be
Thank
a
you.
fun one to add
Thank you.
to each.
I had fun
each
with
week. So
You should do that with wrestling soundtracks.
yeah.
I'll fucking get them, except for...
Next week is on you. You have to find some shit to throw at me.
Okay. Dealio.
We'll go back and forth with it. So that was Music Mayhem. We are now on to a season 6 segment, I think. Might have been season 5. Decade of Difference.
Oh, boy.
We're bringing it back.
Take it back with some Turtles music.
Wow, I didn't even think about that.
We like Turtles on this show. Oh, you name this one?
I can, because I remember downloading it for this soundbite.
What is it?
It's Turtles in Time. And it's,
Which one?
oh, that's the SNES one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't remember what it's like. They're like getting fucking sucked into like a
Yeah, it's when there's
time portal.
spinning in the...
So this week's Decade of Difference is we're talking about
Dollar bills, y'all.
yeah, like we're talking about jobs and what your first jobs that you did when you were growing up.
You should
and,
play Shane McMahon's theme for this.
and how much money you made for them.
Oh, it's all about that moolah. See if you got a Shane McMahon Mario Paint version.
Shane
Shane McMahon.
theme Mario Paint.
Because it's, here comes the money. Money talk. Here comes the money. Money, 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 money. Dollar, dollar.
Not very good.
Okay. We get. Oh. Oh, dude. Oh, shit. Oh, dude.
That's pretty good.
Dude, I used to get dressed every morning after taking a shower.
That sounds absolutely like you.
Yeah, to Shawn Michaels' theme. Every morning I'd get dressed butt naked in front of the mirror, listen to Shawn Michaels' Sexy Boy theme song to get ready for the day.
Sexy boy.
Misogynistic, narcissistic, gatekeeping freak. That's what the new... Yeah.
So, Mark,
Yeah, dog.
tell me about your first job. So we'll go earliest memory of a job.
Okay.
And
earliest,
just
then
a couple
keep
after
going.
that, yeah.
So we're
we don't need
climbing
to
the
we
ladder.
don't need
We're
to go
climbing the corporate ladder, brother.
we do not need to go the whole thing here.
No,
but
I
I'm
just-
figuring
I
the
just-
first few.
First three, you said.
Yeah, so
Which isn't...
what was the first job you had?
I've only had 5 jobs, so...
Holy shit, I've had more jobs than that in like a year.
Yeah. People like to keep me around, brother. And I like to be stuck.
I'd like to not make any advances.
Yeah. All right. So the first job I ever had was for Riker Construction Incorporated. Great place. Fantastic. They do fantastic work.
Still around today.
Yeah, I love that place. Working for my dad.
Sounds like it because you're still working for him, right?
No, but he's a much better father than a boss. It's not a shot. I'm not taking a shot at him. It's just, you know, better relationships is when he's not your boss.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's just fair. I'm sure he could agree with that too when his dad was his boss at one point. So, growing up, used to just sweep floors and stuff, small stuff. Eventually, you know, $20 a day is what I made. And I'd work like 8+ hours a day. But it was $20 a day was my first pay. And
Straight
my
cash,
friend
baby.
Mike would work with them too. And we'd be like, dude, it was before we were going in the summer break. We're like, dude, if we work for your dad 5 days a week, we'll have $100. And we thought it was awesome. We thought we'd buy a new video game, new 64 game every week. We thought we were just fucking making out like bandits. And then once I realized that was not right, we got switched to $5 an hour, and I thought I was a fucking king.
Yep, I bet.
Yep.
At $20 a day went to $40 a day real quick.
So yeah, dude. Woo! Yep, $5 an hour. That's what I started with.
And do you remember what year that would have been like, or years?
2000.
2000.
Yeah, around 2000 is when I was making. I think that's when I just got bumped up to $5 an hour.
Okay, so you were working for your dad when you were young.
Yeah, it was $20 a day forever before that.
Okay,
Which I mean, like, if I wasn't working a long day and I wasn't doing that hard of work, it was cool.
yeah. I mean, even for a kid, like $20 a day is some baller money.
Yeah. So yeah, man, that's one thing is like, yeah, I did get spoiled a lot as a kid. But there was a lot of times where, you know, I had to work for a lot of things too. Like my GameCube, I remember I saved up for that bad boy. I fucking had to carry fucking cinder blocks all day for like a week to get that GameCube. That was backbreaking. I got it November 18th, 2001, opening day. I had the money for it. Yeah.
What game did you get with it?
Wave Race Blue Storm.
Yeah, that literally makes the most sense ever. That's
Because I got Wave Race 64 when I got 64. So
I
I'm
mean,
like,
why
yeah.
would you not? And you love Wave Race. That's like a top 10 game for Mark Reichert.
And then the next game I think was Smash. No, next game was Pikmin. And then I got Smash Melee for Christmas, and it just changed everything.
Yep. My first job, also working with my dad. My brother, his wife. Well, I don't know if my brother was back yet, but his wife at the time and their 2 kids were living at my mom's. And you remember my mom's house in Essexville? It was not a large house.
I like that house. It was nice.
I love that house. It was perfect house for a mom and 2 kids. And then when you throw another adult and 2 other kids in there, it gets a little cramped. So my dad had moved down to Marine City, which is close to Detroit. For this, he moved down there, and he's like, "Hey, working at this place, this restaurant. If you want to head down, hang out with me for the summer, you can work there. You know, make some money and hang out with your dad." So I did that. 2013, I packed my bags, took my PS3 with me, and headed off for Detroit to hang out with my dad and work my ass off. And I did. I got a job at AJ's Salt Docks, making $6 an hour under the table. And
Well, I'm pretty sure I wasn't on the books
yeah,
at $20 a day.
but yeah, I made $6 an hour under the table washing dishes in the hottest restaurant of all time. It was just it was a catch-all restaurant, but they did like a lot of fish there. They were right on the water, and there were days that kitchen, I swear to God, would get up to like 120 degrees, and I would just go sit in the walk-in just to cool off. But I kind of did the same thing you did. I had my PS3. We didn't have internet or anything. I was just kind of like work my ass off, go home and play video games. And I bought Fallout New Vegas Ultimate Edition. So all I would do is I would go to work, I would come back home, and I would just play Fallout. And then I would go to work, play Fallout. I did nothing that summer other than work and play Fallout.
When we moved down here, we didn't have internet for the longest time, and I did the same thing with Fallout 3.
Yeah.
It's a great game when you don't have internet.
It's so good. Yep.
Yeah.
So that was in 2013 for me. That was my first. I'm pretty sure that was the year I went down there.
Nice. Yeah. That around that time. Yeah. Oh, I was so in 2000. So I was working for my dad forever.
Mm-hmm.
We were working on remodeling banks, all this stuff. Always doing that. And, I did get up to okay money, and I was on the books. It was my first job on the books, and I'm like, "What's this shit? They're taking all my money. Why are they taking all this money out?" And he's like, "You got to pay taxes." And I'm like, "This is a bummer." He's like, "Yeah, that's how life works."
Yep.
And I'm like, "Okay." And I was also 1099 by my dad too. And that was the last time I worked for my dad.
That's funny.
So, but yeah,
1099, dude.
yeah, and then
Doug, you sly dog.
So then, yeah, my other job outside of Riker Construction was my next job was Best Buy in Traverse City there, and I made, I want to say $9 an hour. So, I mean, it wasn't as good as construction, but it was staying out of the blazing hot sun when you're a redhead. That's nice. That's always a bonus. You don't have to work out in the freezing cold Traverse City frozen tundra. So yeah, I mean, it had this cushiness to it. But then I also experienced, that was around 2007. So that was when Black Fridays were like fucking evil, like stampede over people. So yeah, I've been through many. I'm a seasoned veteran when it comes to Black Fridays. I think I had like 13 under my belt before I left retail. But yeah, so yeah, $9 an hour, Best Buy. That's what I did. That was job 2.
Job 2 for me, the summer of 2014, my dad had moved back up to Bay City, and I had been out of the workforce. After that summer ended, I came back up and started school and all that stuff. So the summer of 2014 hit. My dad was working at a restaurant in Bay City called Gatsby's, still around. And I remember partway through the summer, he called me up because I didn't have a job and I really wasn't looking for one. But he's like, "Hey, do you want to make some money? We need help right now." And it was Tall Ships was in Bay City, and they were the busiest.
They were tall.
It was the busiest. I remember my mom dropped me off, and this was like my first day of working. I came in, never seen the kitchen, nothing, never met any of the people there. The one dishwasher before me walked out. He just left, and they left all the dishes there. So I walked into just an ungodly amount of pans and baskets and plates and silverware. I mean, it was like they were just placing shit on the floor, basically, just because they were running out of so much space. So I worked there that was my first, like, on-the-books job.
Yeah.
I worked there for, I think, a year. And I remember I started at $7.15 because that was like the legal age that you could pay a minor under 16 or whatever. It was like the lowest you could pay me. And then I remember when I turned 16 or whatever, 17, my boss took me aside and he's like, "All right, I'm giving you a raise, bumping you up from $7.15 to $7.40. And I was like, wow.
I don't even think that was a raise. I think that was just minimum wage.
Wow. Yeah, it was. It absolutely was. I got a nice quarter raise from that.
Nice.
So I worked there.
But he made it seem like it was him.
Yeah, it
doing
was him. Yeah.
Oh my god.
And
Gross.
that was one of the only jobs. That was the only job I've ever quit without a notice. There was one day they started doing these like smoked wings when I was kind of on the outs there. And they had this like smoker inside the kitchen, and it was my responsibility to clean it every night that I was there. So I would work like Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. This was while I was in high school still. Like I was working during the school year. This fucking smoke from the smoker, because I'd pull these grates out that all the wings were sitting on and stuff. It would just like seep into my skin. So I would go to school the next day after, going home, taking a shower, and I would just smell like artificial smoke and bleach. And that's just how I just could not get that scent off me. And there was like, I think in November, it was like a week after my birthday, and they gave me a bunch of shit for taking my birthday off. And I came into the kitchen, and there was like fucking 2 times the amount of dishes from Tall Ships. It felt like none of the cooks were doing shit. They didn't do anything for me. I walked into this nightmare right during dinner. I saw it, and I'm like, nope. And I just left. Like, nope, not doing it. Fuck you guys. That's what you get for hosing your dishwasher like that. Nope.
So yeah,
That was my second job.
my third job was Target. I moved down here to the lovely place known as Bay City, and man, you got that big raise to $740, and that's what I started with at Target was $740. Yeah, it really sucked. That was like the big blow because I was making way better money working construction for my dad then and at Best Buy. I mean, not crazy better money, but yeah, I took a pay cut to move down here so I could be with the lady. And yeah, I worked at Target. I didn't want to work at Target, but I knew I had to get a job. I took it, and I had a lot of sales experience at Best Buy, which I was already pretty good at selling shit in general, just growing up. My grandpa and my dad always used to tell me I was a good salesman. It's probably how I talked him into buying all my shit for me. But yeah, so I learned a lot. Rob Humphrey, shout out to that guy. He was one of my supervisors at Best Buy, and he taught me a lot on how to sell stuff really well. So yeah, I took that to Target, and I fucking blew them away. Like I mean, I don't know if it was just coming from Traverse City to Bay City or what, but yeah, big fish in a small pond.
You started coming in just selling the world.
Yeah, it was good. And I remember I got a plaque, a great team hero of the month.
I see it.
Yeah,
It's in the
baby.
living room. You're proud of that shit.
Yeah.
And you should be.
Target was awesome. It was cool because it sucked. You got paid dirt, but you met a lot of cool people, and that's where I met Dylan.
Mm-hmm. Dilly Mac.
D-Mac. Yeah, Dylan. Working with Dylan was great. That was some of the best working experiences I've ever had in my life was working with him. Because, there was some big corporate baddies, which you got to have,
Mm-hmm.
and then, there's the workers that were busting ass and not getting the respect. But, it was like a whole thing. And it was fun. It was fun. But then I apparently didn't sell well enough and it closed.
Yep. I remember that was a sad day. I used to go in that Target all the time. And I wonder how many times I met you and never
Yeah, I worked
and
at
we never
electronics. So it was $740 an hour to start, and then I did move to electronics, and I think they gave me like $1 raise, and then I don't even think it ever got to. Yeah, it was never $9. It was like I worked there for 4 years, and I couldn't even break $9, just because I had to have a job, and at that time it was a little tricky to find jobs. It's not like now where everyone's hiring all the time and can't find work.
Man, it was crazy finding jobs when I was a teenager. I applied at so many places before I got into my third job, Kroger. I quit my job at Gatsby's. My mom was not happy because I had a phone bill to pay. And I had some money saved up, but she was like, you need a job. You have bills. You need to take care of them. I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. So I got a job at Kroger being a courtesy clerk, a.k.a. a bagger. Same thing as Target. Working at that place kind of sucked, it's a grocery store. It's not like it wasn't the worst work. Pulling carts in when it's like negative 10 degrees outside was not a great time.
Yeah, I did do that at Target.
So there was that, but I met so many cool fucking people from there, and people that like literally changed my life. So it was an amazing experience.
Yeah, I'm still friends with tons of Target people today.
Mhm.
Like, yeah. But I will say, I did steal you away from Target.
From Kroger.
Kroger.
My Kroger built my customer service skills up just enough for me to eke my way into 1-up games, and that was the beginning.
And the rest is history, brother.
And then there's like
took
17
you under my
jobs.
wing and made you into this mega power you are today. Now I'm like, hey, bud, how's the big times going? And you're like, shut up, dude. How's those ring pop sales? And you spit on me. I'm like, oh, I'll get it. Get down and I clean it up.
Jesus.
But yeah, no,
And that was my next job.
I got you from Kroger. I got Nick Fish from Kroger, and I think I got Liam from Kroger. Kroger's a great breeding ground for freaking awesome employees.
Yeah, they are. They're gonna get a like no compete clause with video game stores apparently.
Yeah.
Well, do you want to do this rank it?
Yeah.
To end the show. Well, I think it's about time to end the show, guys. And instead of a memory, we're gonna kind of do a memory rank it combo. So here you go.
You should play a PlayStation with it. Do them at the same time. Can you do that?
I can't, but I can try.
Memory rank it.
Here, let me do. I can't do it while a sound effect is playing.
It's okay. We played them both.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Damn it.
Memory rank it combo.
That sucks. That's super dumb.
Okay, it's okay.
If they were on the
same, if they were on the same board, you could.
Yeah, so I can do like.
Jesus.
So this week's rank it / memory is the most memorable movies that you saw in the theaters as a kid. And we're talking like under the age of 13. That's kind of where I'm figuring. They don't necessarily have to be the best, like, you know, sales wise or opinion wise, just the best memories you had and what movies those were. Number 3 for me, Mark, we're going to do the top 3. Number 3 for me is going to be one of the first superhero movies I ever remember seeing. I know I saw others before this, but it was the big time. The big one. Spider-Man 2. I saw that in theaters with, pretty sure, my mom, my brother, and my dad. And it was fucking crazy. That movie is absolutely still a great movie to watch.
This is age 13 and under, so I had to delete some other memories that were just shy, just real close to around that time frame. But number 3 for me is the Power Rangers movie, the first one. Yeah, I went with my grandma took me and the neighbor kids, and we were like hyped for it for the longest time, and we went and watched it. And I don't remember very much of it, but I remember I had a fucking awesome time. The movie theater that we saw it in is not around anymore. But yeah, it was awesome, man. And I remember as we're leaving too, like, that movie was so cool. That movie was awesome. Yeah, we were all looking at it, and I looked over on the wall and I saw a poster for the next movie that just changed everything. And that was Mortal Kombat.
Oh, yeah.
It was like
Did
it was like the
everything,
passing of the torch. It was like, Power Rangers is sweet. Yeah, Mortal Kombat's here. No more Power Rangers matter. So yeah, Power Rangers number 3 for me.
Number 2 for me is getting towards my teenage years. We're getting closer. That's going to be Iron Man 1. Absolute great movie. We went to the theater multiple times to see that one, and
You're such a baby.
I know I am.
You're really showing
People
the age.
people don't know. Some people don't know the age,
You're
and
such a youngin.
that's okay. But that movie was fucking awesome. That movie came out in like 06 or something.
Yeah, it was really good. I like the beginning. I really enjoy it. I think that's one of my favorite parts of all the Iron Man movies is just the beginning of how he becomes Iron Man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
It's a badass scene.
That's a great.
You can just see
great
the
movie.
super dick douchebag Tony Stark become like a human and have emotions and feelings.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good pick. Number 2 for me, also a superhero movie, Batman Forever. I am also showing my age.
I almost put a different Batman at this list, which is the biggest Batman.
So yeah, I'm older than Matt by 10 years. And now you can see. Yeah, Batman Forever. My dad, always busy, especially during this time. This is when my dad was like recently divorced, out there just putting everything into building mega houses and work mania. But he still found some time on this one day in the weekend, a Sunday, to take me and my sister out to the movies, and we saw Batman Forever. And was it a good movie? Nah, as a kid, probably enjoyed it.
Is that the one with Arnold?
No.
That's Returns.
That's Batman and Robin.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
No, Forever is Tommy Lee Jones, Jim Carrey.
Yeah, okay.
Uma? Wasn't it?
Yeah, it's an okay movie.
Yeah.
I almost put The Dark Knight on my list.
I remember, though, that was like how everything is now, right now with Turtles, where you had shoes, you had shirts, everything. And that's how it was back then. It was Batman Forever was the question mark with the Batman.
Oh.
And yeah, I had like little slip-on shoes that had the little Batman Forever symbol and everything. And that's
everywhere.
Yeah. That was when they had the little see-through glass coffee mugs at like McDonald's or Burger King. Yeah. So I had a Two-Face one. Hell yeah. So yeah, that movie was sweet. There's a pinball machine of it.
And it's a really good pinball machine. Oh,
Batman
no, that is
Forever.
a good. That is actually a really
and
good.
a really
pinball.
bad video game. Genesis game. I
Yeah.
got on Genesis.
It's on Super as well, I think.
Yeah.
And it's also really
So
bad. It's terrible.
It's like 9 buttons just to figure out how to like shoot your grappling hook.
That's a bad Batman game. One of the very few bad Batman games.
Yep.
Number 1 for me. It kicked off my love of a series that knows no bounds. I have seen every subsequent movie in the theaters since this one.
Oh, dude, that works the same for my number 1 too.
And
What is it? I wonder.
I love, because I can agree with yours too. Casino Royale. It's the first Bond movie I saw in the theater. It was one of the last movies I saw at the Hampton 8 as well. The old theater in Essexville that closed down, or Hampton 6.
I saw one movie there before. It was Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer.
That was a better movie than it got.
I believe I agree with you.
That movie got like shit on for no reason, because that movie's actually pretty solid.
I didn't think it was that bad either. Yeah.
I didn't think either of those Fantastic Four movies were bad at all. I think they were pretty good for what we got after.
Captain America's Johnny Fantastic, man.
He's like 7 superheroes.
So yeah, Casino Royale. It doesn't surprise me. You're a big Bond maniac. So
I remember the first. So that movie starts out with a black and white scene, and I'd watched James Bond movies with my dad, but they were the old ones. They were the newest one I'd watched was like Goldeneye with Pierce Brosnan, which is a good one. But it was like the first scene of Casino Royale is black and white, and I remember looking at my dad just horrified because I hadn't really watched enough black and white films to appreciate them. So I look at him, I'm like, Dad, this isn't black and white, this whole thing, right? Like this is gonna change. He's like, I don't know. Probably. But yeah, that was.
I saw one Bond movie in theaters, only one. And what's the one after Goldeneye? Tomorrow Never Dies.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, with Halle Berry.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we're
Tomorrow Never Dies is what I saw. The blue 64 cartridge. No, yeah, I saw that because I went out. I think it was with my stepdad and somebody else. I don't know, and they wanted to pick the movie, and I did not like that.
That's not a great one. It's
Yeah.
okay.
I was like,
I think all the Brosnan ones are okay, but that's definitely like the worst one.
yeah, I was kind of just like, when the hell is this gonna end?
Mm-hmm.
That's probably why I don't like. I feel like GoldenEye's overrated game because I'm just not into Bond, and even the pinball game, I'm just like,
Oh, I love the pinball game now. The code for it's so much better.
I don't know.
But
It's just not for me.
Enough about Bond. Tell us about your number 1,
My number one,
which I can't believe I didn't think to put on my list.
My number one.
Wait.
So
Oh,
when I was
yeah.
a kid, my number one. When I was a kid, we went to the movie theater with my friend Sam and his dad, Boomer. Shout out to Boomer. And they we decided to go see a series that came out a long time ago, and then they brought it back, and that was Star Wars, and it was Star Wars Empire Strikes Back. So I'd never even seen a Star Wars before. I think I had, like, just it being on TV or whatever. But this is like, oh my God, Star Wars in the theater. Holy crap, it's going to be nuts with all the crazy sounds. It's going to be so loud. That's what everyone kept freaking out about, was the sound. It's going to be so loud. And yeah, it was. And it was sweet. And yeah, it was Empire Strikes Back. So I got put right in there. And that's still my favorite Star Wars movie to this day. But yeah, I saw the Empire, and then we went and saw Return of the Jedi, because like they had them at like a couple weeks, and then the next one was out. So yeah, I've seen every Star Wars in theater except the original.
Oh, we got to change that.
So if they ever have a showing of A New Hope,
It would be so cool if they.
I need to see that.
If for like because it's already been. Has it been 50 years since that movie came out?
I don't know.
New Hope.
70s, right?
It might have been. They might have just had the 50th for that. I don't know, but
then later on, like in like senior year, we saw episode 3.
I was
in theater, and that was my first opening night Star Wars thing, and it was awesome. Like the Lucas logo popped up, and everybody like stood up and clapped and went nuts, and that was sweet.
I was just gonna say, like, you know, I'd probably seen Star Wars off and on, but episode 3 came out, and I remember going to see that with my dad and my brother, and what a fucking awesome movie.
Yeah, that movie rocks.
And of course, like Mace Windu's I love him so much because I know who he is, Sam Jackson, and he's got a pink lightsaber, or purple, and he just gets eliminated right away. It's like, oh my God, they're just killing off my favorite guy already.
We don't know if he's gone.
Yeah.
He just flew off the building.
I've said that for years. If he was going to come back, he was going to come back by now.
Yeah, man. Definitely Star Wars Empire Strikes Back.
I can't believe I didn't put Revenge of the Sith in mine. I regret that, but it would be an honorable mention for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure. But yeah, I think
My honorable mention is Austin Powers Gold Member.
the
We
most
laughed
hated.
so fucking hard at that movie. Like,
The
we
most
fell
hated.
out of our chair and laughed so hard.
It's a good Austin
think-
Powers movie,
Yeah,
but it is the most hated.
that's silly.
You know it's true.
That made by Jason.
By all.
No,
Because
that's
Jason's
literally a
opinion
Jason.
equals all.
That's literally a Jason thing. I like gold.
I like gold.
All right. So that was a great show. I appreciate everyone tuning in tonight, watching us eat worms, hanging out with us, talking about memories, movies, first jobs, all that stuff. So I really appreciate you guys checking out the show, listening to it also. If you can go ahead and give us a like on Spotify, that would be awesome, or every other listening platform. If you could share the show, like it. Like us all around. YouTube, just fucking, come on, man. I'll love you forever.
Yeah, seriously.
So.
I second Mark or whatever. So, but yeah, thank you guys for tuning in, and we will see you next week on the Matty Ice and Marky Mark podcast.
Peace.
Deuces.